So we learn that the black heart things have some really gnarly abilities. We also learned that there's somebody else up there. And that's rough. Let's not switch.
Ready.
$47. I just need to land this shot. We did it. The game forgot about the sound effects. Let's fix that. Okay, so that's 6 health. Which is reasonable. And Flynn can... Actually, probably the better way of doing this would be to get Flynn to swap. But then Flynn would be too exposed. Got a 69. I can do that, right? We can do this. Definitely. Definitely don't die. Yeah. That's how it be. Oh, that's enough damage. Wow. These hit chances are made out of toilet paper. Can you get freaking cover? There it is. Let's do this.
Hey, you lost.
Man, they're everywhere. Oh, and we got it for free. That is pretty good, actually. Because that is hopefully a kill. That we also got for free.
Who wants to join me in the air?
That one is likely not going to happen. Although the problem is the black heart here is just going to rip through Bill like nobody's business. I'm gonna send Jen up there because Flynn is very exposed, and this is bad news. It's real bad news. There's a Shadow Warrior back there. I can just take the shot, I suppose. Let's see what the Shadow Warrior does. It's just a melee weapon. This guy does the super... Oh, it's just Jinx. Okay. That's fine. Especially because you're all exposed. That is really fine. So what do I do here? There's not going to be a hit chance there that works.
No can do.
So I need to kill this guy first. So that's 8 damage. We're going to need to deal 7 damage first.
Yeah?
That's unlikely. However,
I'm waiting for us to sip Bacardi again at the saloon from a glass.
However, there is a trick. It's not a very good trick, though. Oh! The trick is gonna work! Observe! Observe the trick! It's exactly how much damage I needed. I think. Well, actually, I don't know.
All right, all right.
There it is.
Shadows.
There it is. Beautiful.
Yeah?
Beautiful. And now we kill this guy. 92. Come on.
Dead the brutes.
And then I can... Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. But I can potentially use the... Move closer and use the pistol. Let's see. Oh, no, you got the kill.
You wanted to see me angry? Here I am.
We did it. No, because we still have... her. Now we did it. Tricky mission. We almost didn't do it.
Lalanaet, I'm glad you're good.
I came as soon as I could.
I think we did everything. We got a figurine here. The small, meticulously carved figure depicts an otherworldly being. Despite its eerie features, it grants its owner the favor of spirits of good fortune for maximum luck and maximum HP as well, which is pretty good. And we also got a 10 of hearts with maximum HP. Lalanet, I'm glad you're good. I came as soon as I could. The old woman was tired and bruised, but still full of pride and weirdly strong. She nodded and talked with Cla'lish in a language we couldn't comprehend. All this time, old Bill was eyeing Cla'lish in his unsettling way. You knew. All this time you knew about her kidnapping, didn't you?
I'm sorry for this deception. I needed help. And help is not something you get easily in the Hard West. So I lied. Luckily for you, my people's wisdom might prove useful in your hunt for the demon.
I don't like being lied to, but I can understand your attachment. We came out on top. Let's just hope it was worth it.
Let's get Lalanet back to the village. You can ask your questions there. And believe me, you'll get your answers.
I don't think she's going to become an ally for us to camp. So this is maximum HP. Should be for him. HP per kill. I'm going to give him that. HP per kill for her. Because she's been taking quite a lot of damage as well. And did anybody use the bandages? Yes, we did. And the dynamite, for that matter. And the cards here. Maximum HP. Does anybody else have a 9? A 10? No. Okay. That is all right. Let's move. There's something here. On our way, we spotted an old native warrior sitting by the fire and a dead horse lying in the snow. There was also a sled with a big bundle of furs. Ho there, traveler. Will you share your fire? The old man wasn't startled by our approach. We noticed he was bloodied and tired, and that the bundle on his sled was in fact a corpse of a younger warrior. The markings on their faces reminded me of shadow dancers, murderers. We should end this one here and now. This one is apparently called Grieving Father. I am already undone, haunted woman. You people bested us at our camp. I survived, and now I only want to bury my son. Makach was supposed to bring us vengeance. He brought us only death. I am his dancer no more. Help me bury my son, and I'll give you his tobacco pouch as a sign that I hold no grievance against you.
You see them only as monsters, Cla'lish. We already destroyed them. Helping him bury his son is the right thing to do.
Since when are you so soft, dear? Asks Bill. How about we just take the pouch and leave him here to bury his own dead? Let's see. I want Cla'lish's loyalty. And we get the tobacco pouch anyway. So, the things I do for you, Cla'lish. Now grab the pouch and let's go. And we get a keepsake from the time when you met a native father burying his shadow dancer's son. Carrying it makes you feel both righteous and a little guilty. For extra speed and maximum luck. That's really good for you. That is really... Well, it's really good for anybody, really. Bullseye chance. Let's give you that. I don't think Cla'lish is very good. Oh, she's an ally now. We got this. We got this. So, let's go... Where was the thing that we got? Was it here? We make camp. We take rest. No, we talk to Cla'lish. Oh yeah, there it is. And I can ask her to hunt for game. I asked Cla'lish to hunt for us, and without a word, she was gone in the wild. An hour later, she came back carrying rabbits and a young deer, also known as provisions. And I'm going to ask her about her past.
Remember that wealthy trader I was talking about? He kept plotting against us for years. In the end, violence broke out. My people clashed with countless soldiers and settlers. Over 1,000 people died, including most of my family. How did I survive the battle that slaughtered my family? I ran away, leaving my family and friends to die. After wandering lost for days, I found shelter with distant cousins. I was only 10 years old then, and I still remember the smell of blood and gunpowder filling the air. The conflict became known as the Elk Rut Massacre. A newspaper in Seattle sent reporters to investigate, and they discovered what had really happened. That damn fur trader got run out of the area, which I suppose was the smallest possible measure of justice. One day when I was 14, an old man named Maka came to visit my cousins and me. According to my aunties, he was always trying to stir up trouble. And when he saw me, he got the scent of it and refused to let go.
So now we can heal if we want to, which I don't, not at the moment. I might be able to go there now. No, because look, this is still blocking. Yeah, right there.
Ooh, my lashes are freezing over.
And now we go back to the Blackfish Village. Grim guards let us in only because of Lalanaet's presence. As we walked toward the center of the village, we noticed that 2 of the tents were black, as if recently burned, and some of the natives were bleeding. Is that what happens to tents when they burn? They turn black? That's really interesting. I thought that only happened to stone, not canvas or leather. I don't actually know what they're made out of. I'm going to talk to Lalanaet. We sat by the fire with Lalanaet and the other elders and had a parlay with Cla'lish as our translator. I'm going to ask about the ghost train. Cla'lish, you mentioned before that your mentor knows something about the ghost train. Is that right? Yes. Her tribe has their own legends about it, though they do not call it a ghost train. They call it Uktena, the horned serpent. Lalanaet threw a handful of dust into flames, and accompanied by drums, she spoke of the legend of Uktena. Cla'lish was kind enough to translate.
Uktena was a great snake as large around as many tree trunks, with horns on its head and a bright blazing crest like a diamond on its forehead, with scales glowing like sparks of fire. You tell me if this legend reminds you of something?
My people also have a legend about the horned snake. In our stories, he could take on the form of a man to seduce people and twist their minds.
Now, Lalanaet says Uktena has escaped from the great beyond and is crawling over our lands to steal spirits from Masao, the skeleton man, before he manages to help them to pass on. What were those shadow dancers doing there? What did they need Lalanaet for? They used her as a focus for their dark magic. Lalanaet says they are to be blamed for the weather. Now that she's free, we can expect things to go back to normal in a month or so. Yes, and now that this plan failed, they will likely try something even more dangerous. Don't underestimate them, says Deer. They are bent on killing all the settlers, no matter the cost.
I know their leader, Maka. I met him once. A sour man, ready to burn and hurt everything and everyone for his revenge. My people treat him the way he should be, as a traitor of everything we believe in.
We need to find Mammon and his accursed train, or the Uktena, whatever. Any ideas? Lalanaet seemed to understand the question, and then she spoke for a long time. Cla'lish summed it up for us. She believes there is a place, a sacred place far, far to the south, where the gateway between this world and the next is located. There, your ghost train must return after each rampage through the hard west. The place is hard to find, but you are lucky, says Lalanaet, for you have someone among you with the power to sense it, or at least the potential to do so. She means you, girl.
Me? Are you kidding me? You're saying that there's some kind of, I don't know, a Hellgate station and that I can find it? No way.
Lalanaet says that Flynn will need two things: to familiarize herself with the residue left in the passing of the Uktena, and some guidance in her power from the Spirit Bear. You can meet him in a forest north of here.
Right. A bear and some train waste. Great. This whole thing is getting more and more ridiculous with each passing day.
It's residue. It's not an animal. It's not waste. It's okay, whatever. I hope you people warmed yourselves up a bit. It's time to move. Cla'lish, if you'd be so kind and thanked our hosts. One more thing, Jen Carter. You saved Lalanaet. I owe you a great debt. I offer my services for free until you find what you're looking for. I was hoping you might stay with us, Cla'lish. You're a good tracker and quite skilled in combat. Lead on. I know a man in Zeke's trading post. Goes by the name of Lazarus. He's very invested in everything supernatural. Maybe we should pay him a visit. Lazarus, eh? Well, why not? Let's talk to the natives. I approached the elder of the tribe with Cla'lish as my translator, and now they let us talk to them. And I can also get everybody healed, which is good. Let's ask about the recent raid. What happened? Were you attacked? A young woman explained that the village was recently raided by a group of armed men. They stole some goods and ran away towards Zeke's trading post on their horses. She mentioned a reward if we managed to bring the things they took back. Yep. We'll gladly help. That is for sure. So now we have a new quest. Pretty good. Let's go.
Need to keep moving your toes, even as we ride.
And the legs. Don't forget the legs. Pretty important. Let's talk to Zeke. You lot look like hell, but also like paying customers. Indeed. No, these are buying. These are selling. Good. Pretty good. Got a little bit of money, that's pretty important. And the rest of the stuff, let's leave it as that. We do get a discount, which is pretty good, but that's it for now. Let's find Lazarus. Cla'lish led us to a messy office set up in a big room in the attic of the trading post's barn. There, we met a stern-looking, scarred man with a proud bearing. With a proud bearing? Oh, it was like he bore himself proudly. Right. He offered us some chairs, and then he grinned as we introduced ourselves.
So, interested in the ghost train, are you? We should definitely compare our notes. As for my name, I have many. For now, Lazarus should suffice. After all, even St. Peter used to be known as Simon before he met the Lord and was born anew.
Yeah, because he was born anew. Cla'lish seems to know you, but we do not. Care to tell us what your profession is? You have the bearings of a man of faith. A lot of bearings in this conversation. You'll learn all about me once we join forces, Jen Carter. Though I'm not exactly fond of talking about my past. Yes, I used to be a preacher. Now I'm God's wrath. I hunt down things that would pervert the balance between the natural and what's beyond. Oh, and I've seen strange things, Carter. One day I might share, but not today, not yet. So, how can you help us? What do you know? A lot, actually. See, me and my partner in crime, so to speak, a scientist by the name Solomon. It's by the name of. You say that by the name of Solomon. It's the second time the game does this. It's not a typo. It's the writer that doesn't know that. Obviously, I'm not a native speaker, so I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. A scientist by the name of Solomon Delir. We were following the ghost train and its master for some time now. Oh yes, we do know about Mammon, this foul beast from the depths of hell. lowercase l, interestingly enough, as it should be, because well, actually, if they're speaking in the religious sense, then it would have to be capitalized. But either way, but tell me, how did you meet him? I sighed and told him our story. What's the point of hiding things if no one would believe you anyway? Flynn added some details too, but Laughing Deer remained silent the whole time. Bill added his piece, and after we were done, Lazarus poured us some cold whiskey, as if to comfort us. And then he shared his plan with us. Or Solomon's plan, it seemed. We want to get rid of this Mammon demon, just as much as you and your posse. Solomon found a way to gather the spiritual power that fuels Mammon's tricks and his train. He came up with Siphon, a strange contraption, and we have set up some of them here and there, wherever we thought the ghost train might pass by. Alas, we had no luck until now. You said whatever happened to you happened in the valley? Well, right before the avalanche, I had set up one such siphon in Boomtown. It's another thing the writing doesn't know is the tenses. The tenses are all wrong. All the time. Now, if we could only get the siphon and bring it to Solomon, maybe he could come up with a way to kill Mammon. The only problem would be the avalanche blocking our way. As it's happened before to you, this is probably going to be a staple of the whole game. And I heard that the expedition to clear it has trouble, too. What do you think, Carter? Should we join forces and bring this demon down? Yep. It's a gamble, but I have a good feeling about this whole Solomon fella. I would gladly join forces with death itself if that would give me the chance to get to Mammon. Glad to hear it, Carter. You won't regret it. Now let us go and talk to the foreman and lend them a hand if they need it. When leaving the trading post with our new ally, we noticed a small group of refugees gathered by a small fire, discussing something over with raised voices. Looked like they might need assistance. I think we're gonna do that. Yep. We approached a group of troubled refugees right outside the trading post.
Couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Were you saying someone is lost?
That's right, sir. Our families fled all the way from Cla'lish together. But as we were halfway, some of us decided to turn around, fearing they wouldn't make the journey in those blizzards. Since the weather calmed down a bit, would you mind looking for them? We're worried sick. We'll pay, of course. All right, as long as you're paying. Where should we start? Thank you. You could start by looking around the camp where we decided to split. It's near the bridge on the way from the trading post to Cla'lish up north. Sounds like a plan. And we have unlocked Lazarus. We should talk to Lazarus. If it isn't the man of the hour.
You want to know more about me? I'm not worthy of your scrutiny. What I'm after, that's what's important. Solomon and I are deeply invested in all things supernatural, though we come at it from different angles. He's a man of science, but me, I only care about keeping things in balance and revealing them in their own time. Where were we? Right. Balance. That's one thing the Hard West has lacked for a long time. But lately it's gotten so bad you can't even count on death, much less taxes. Just look at you, Bill, for instance. If death can't hold sway over people anymore, then what's ever gonna stop them?
Indeed. Indeed. So now we have a bunch of people. You know what I'm figuring? I'm thinking I should remove all the cards all the time, because we're just gonna have different people doing different things at different times. And even the trinkets and stuff. So, what do you like? Purification. Replaces heads down with purification. This ability removes all negative statuses from Lazarus. That's nice. He's an accomplice. He's got transfusion over here. These are the skills and whatnot. Oh, these are the special. Requires at least 2 pairs. Oh, that's the upgrade. Right. I see. Yep. It's pretty good. What do you have? Desert Ranger. I'm thinking even the weapon should be removed. Interesting. Yeah, we'll worry about it when the time comes. Just leave it as is for now. When the next combat starts, I should say.
See anything in the snow?
We can go through this now. And we have things, we have objectives all over the place. Track down the lost refugees.
Wrap your fingers in something, lest they freeze.
Using the word lest. We have refugees tracks, that's good.
This is where the refugees split into 2 groups. Half of them pressed on to Zeke's trading post. The other half turned back to Kala. Keep your eyes open. We need to find more tracks of the lost ones.
I think we have something up ahead. It is Old Silver Mine. It was an old, shallow mine. Whatever silver people found here must have barely paid for the cost of the operation. And I'm gonna search the mine because I have a pickaxe. The mine proved to be a waste of time. Apart from an old pickaxe, it had nothing of value inside. So we got 2 new pickaxes? Oh no, I didn't use my pickaxe. I got it.
Save your breath and your warmth, people.
Good stuff.